Hi everyone! In today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to sew this lovely doll coat. As you can see, it comes with real working pockets and a Mandarin collar that looks absolutely beautiful. Now, the very first thing we need is to have our pattern ready. If you'd like to learn how to draft your own pattern from scratch, so it fits any size and any doll you have at home perfectly, I've put together a very detailed video tutorial over in my Etsy shop. I'll leave the link right down below in the video description, just in case you want to check it out and find it helpful. To draw the seam allowance, I like to use these circular guides, which are incredibly useful for miniature sewing. And to mark the fabric, I'm using this water-soluble pen, though a regular pencil will work just fine too. Let's go ahead and transfer all the pattern pieces to the wrong side of the fabric. By the way, this pen I'm using here is great because it disappears completely with the heat of the iron. And there we go, we have all our pieces drawn onto the fabric now. Here's a quick tip. Pay close attention to how you place the template on the fabric depending on your print. Remember that sometimes you need to place it right side up, and other times you'll need the mirror image so that the pieces match up nicely. Next, we are going to sew all along this outline, but make sure to leave the line that connects to the collar unsewn. To trim down the seam allowance, it's best to use pinking shears. If you don't have any, just use regular scissors and make small clips along the curved areas so the fabric turns smoothly without pulling. Using something pointy, gently push out the corners. Let's give it a quick press with the iron so the collar sits nice and flat. Look, I already have one of the pockets finished here. Using that heat erasable pen I mentioned earlier, I'm going to mark the exact spot where the pocket will go on the coat. Let's place the pocket piece and the front of the coat together, right sides facing. Right on the pocket opening line, I'm going to draw a small rectangle around it. This outline will be our guide for sewing. Now, taking your time, sew all along that line we just marked. Carefully cut right down the center line and make small diagonal clips into the corners so we can turn it to the inside cleanly. To make sure nothing frays, I like to apply a little bit of fray check solution to the edges. Turn it to the inside and smooth out the fabric with your fingers so it sits nicely. Give it another press with the iron so the pocket stays perfectly flat in place. Now, let's place the two pocket pieces right sides together to form what will be the inner pocket bag. Sew all the way around, but remember to leave the side unsewn. Give it a quick press to keep everything in place. We are going to match up the front pieces with the back piece, right sides together, and join them by sewing across the shoulders. Open up the seams we just made and press them flat to reduce bulk. We do the exact same thing with the coat lining pieces. Here, I'm marking the seam allowance on the collar. After that, I'll find the center of the collar, fold it, and make a tiny clip as a reference point. I'm also making small clips along this edge because it's curved, which will help tremendously when we sew it on. Let's do the same on the main body of the coat. Find the center of the back neckline and make small clips along the curves so the fabric can stretch a bit. Match up the center of the collar with the center of the coat, just like I'm showing you here, and start pinning it all in place. Keep in mind that each end of the collar should reach right up to the facing or overlap line. Since it doesn't cross over in the center, it stops right where the coat begins to button up. Once you have it all pinned smoothly with no wrinkles, run a seam across to secure it. Time for the sleeves. Find the center of the sleeve cap and make a small mark. Let's also make some tiny clips along the curve of the sleeve and on the arm side of the coat. Pin the center down first, then gently work the sleeve out toward one end and then the other until it fits perfectly. Once it's ready, stitch it in place. Repeat this exact same process for the sleeves on the lining pieces. Now, place the lining and the outer fabric of the coat right sides together. Match up the sleeves of both pieces really well and pin them. Sew along the cuff or bottom edge of the sleeves. Smooth out the lining and the outer fabric, right sides together, making sure the front sides where it buttons up and the entire collar area match up perfectly. Sew from one end to the other in a single step, going all the way up the front edge and around the collar. Turn it right side out to check that everything looks clean, with no puckering or weird wrinkles. Use something pointy to carefully push out the corners. To make it look even neater, I recommend turning it inside out again and trimming the excess fabric with pinking shears or clipping the corners. Now we are going to lay out the fabrics open like this, just as you see on the screen. This way, we keep the lining with the lining and the outer fabric with the outer fabric. Straighten everything out really well to prevent the inside seams from getting too bulky. Be a little careful with the pockets here. Try to line them up as best as you can before pinning. Do the exact same step on the other side of the coat. Now we are going to stitch along the entire edge that I'm pointing out to you. Sew around, but it is absolutely essential to leave an opening unsewn in the lining so we can turn the coat right side out later. Let's move on to the hem of the coat. Pin it down carefully, making sure the seam allowances are pressed open so they don't create a thick bump. Secure the entire hem with a machine stitch. Make small clips in the curved areas, especially under the armpit, so that when we turn it, the fabric sits perfectly. And now for the magic moment. Through the opening we left in the lining, gently pull the entire coat right side out. Give it a really good press with the iron to get those edges nice and crisp. For the sleeves, I like to use these mini ironing cushions that come in different shapes. They are so convenient to slip inside so you don't get any creases. To finish up the inside, close up the opening in the lining using a few invisible ladder stitches by hand. We're almost there. It's time to add the buttons. And also the snap fasteners. Using a ruler and our erasable pen, mark the exact height and placement where we'll sew on the decorative buttons. Now we are going to place the snap fasteners on the inside. A great trick to find out exactly where the other half of the snap goes is to press down firmly. Since it has a tiny point, it will leave a slight mark on the opposite flap. That way, you'll know exactly where to attach it so it closes perfectly. And that's it! Look how beautiful our finished coat turns out.